What's up, guys? I'm Tiffany.
And I'm Kayli.
Welcome to our spooky story sleepover.
So we decided for this video that we were going to share some scary stories that have been passed down in our family.
Yes.
I said it like there was something
else. Passed down in our family. That's it.
And
Spooky story number 1. So my granny lived in this house, and it was a 2-story house, but nobody lived upstairs. But they would always hear noises coming from upstairs.
They heard like music, like
old-fashioned
music like that.
Because this is actually, our granny is our great-grandmother. Yeah. So this was a while ago.
Mom said it was like a party, but not like a party. Like,
yeah, not like I'm a savage.
But yeah, so like piano, yeah, like did the music they danced to back then. And they also heard the water just turn on and off, on and off, on and off.
Nobody lived up there.
Yeah.
So eventually they just decided to rent out the upstairs. That way whenever, like, if they'd hear stuff, they're like, oh, it's just the people upstairs.
Yeah. The people upstairs getting murdered.
Spooky story number 2. So this one it's not actually like a ghost story. It's just really creepy and really scary. So this story is from our Aunt Keitha, and she texted us the details.
Okay, so our aunt was 5 when this happened. She was walking home from school. Our mom, our other aunt, and the friend were all walking in front of the 5-year-old, even though they're all older.
Because they were older, yeah. So they were like...
They should have the 5-year-old by them.
It was simpler times back then. So they were just ignoring their little 5-year-old sister behind them.
So Aunt Keitha was... she wasn't paying attention to them while she was walking, but then she said that she looked up and then they were all just like frozen and like looked scared. She saw a man with a Frankenstein mask jumped out of a Volkswagen, and he came running towards them, or running towards her.
Yeah, like he was running at them, but he was running between them, like right towards Keitha. So she took off running the opposite way. He got in his car and drove to the corner where she was running and stopped his car right in front of her and opened the door. And then she took off back the other way toward the house. And the whole time, our mom and our Aunt Pam and their friends were still standing there frozen and had never ran or done anything. She never wanted to go outside again, poor Aunt Keitha. And she would cry every time that our mom and our Aunt Pam would leave because she thought that guy was going to get them because they never even ran.
That's funny.
Spooky story number 3.
Okay. This one is about in my Meemaw's house. They would say that they always saw like a shape of a man.
Of a man, yeah.
Walking in between the hallways and into the bathroom and out for some reason.
Yeah. And before I heard that story, I was at my Meemaw's house and my Uncle Bubba was like sitting in an armchair. Like he was sitting like in the armchair, and then the hallway that the ghost would walk up and down was right here. And then I was like standing here in the living room, like talking to him. And I saw the shape of something walking in the hallway. And so I looked over and my Uncle Bubba said, "What are you looking at?" And I said, "I thought I saw," and before I could even finish, he exploded out of the chair. It was like boom across the room. And I was like, what are you doing? And he's like, "There's a ghost that walks back and forth in that hallway and we always see him." And I was like,
oh my gosh.
Spooky story number 4. This is from our cousin Chelsea, and it sounds really, really scary. So Chelsea and a group of friends, they went to like an abandoned building that used to be, like throughout history, it had been a mental asylum and a clinic for something in a bank, but it was abandoned. And they saw before they went there that like all the reviews and stuff about it online said like most of the weird stuff that would happen when people go there would happen in the basement. It said people reported actually being attacked and coming out with scratches on them. So why the heck would you go there? I don't know. They were in a big room and they were looking at like old records and stuff that were in there. And she looked up and everyone had left her alone. So she started walking in the hall and was calling for Tim. And then she heard him call back down the stairs saying, "I'm in the basement, come here."
She said, "Heck no, I'm not walking down there by myself." And then she said the stairwell was really dark and scary. And he called back and said, "Just come on." And she yelled back, "No, you come." And then right whenever she was saying that, she was cut off by the real Tim, she says, walking up behind her from the hallway saying, "Who are you talking to?" So it was never him. Never listening to anybody if I can't see them.
No, I know for sure. "Kayli, come here." Like, no. Scary story number 5. One night, my Uncle Bubba was driving somewhere with our cousin Tori, and it was like really late at night, and they were like driving on like a backcountry road coming home from something. And they like looked over, and just like kind of like in the middle of this yard, there was like an old like a wooden swing with rope, you know, like in a tree.
That's even more creepy.
Yeah, I know. And there was a little girl, which we all know children are always creepy. And I think they even said like she was wearing like a little white dress.
I remember that too vaguely, but I couldn't.
And she was sitting on the swing, just swinging in the dark. This was really
past
late.
Midnight.
Yeah, like past midnight. A little girl.
Probably at like 3 a.m.
Yeah, like that's what they said. It was really late, like 2 or something. The witching hour.
I know. That's why I said probably like 3.
And then they were driving, and they looked, and they saw it, and they kept driving. And then my Uncle Bubba said, "Did you see that?" And my cousin said, "Yep." And then they just kept driving. Spooky story number 6. This one's really spooky.
So our little sister, Kira, was, how young?
So she was born, like, from the time, like, you can start talking, like, 2 to, like, I don't know, 6 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so she was a little kid, so creepy already. And then she would always tell stories about this thing, I don't know.
Her friend,
yeah, named Cubby. And what kind of name is Cubby for a little kid? Anyways, okay, she would be like, "Cubby said this," or "Cubby this," whatever. Mm-hmm. And then sometimes.
And remember, yeah. I was gonna say when she would get mad, remember?
No, I don't remember that.
And you would do stuff, she'd say, "I'm gonna tell Cubby."
Oh my god. I probably blocked that on my mind or something. That is so scary. Okay, so I was just informed that I was threatened. So we would, I guess, get into fights and arguments. And when we would fight, she would say, "I'm going to tell Cubby. I'm going to get Cubby on you." Or "I'm going to tell Cubby on you."
Cubby's going to get you.
That's Cubby's going to get you. So,
that's not a normal imaginary friend.
I know. And then, also, I don't really remember that, but I remember this. She would say, sometimes she would like be crying or something and be like, "What's wrong?" And she'd be like, "Cubby's mean," or "Cubby scared me," or something. So that's weird too.
Yeah, for sure. And then one day my parents were like randomly watching some show. I don't even know what it was. And they like hunted demons on it. And they were like watching. And then it said, they're like, "What was that demon's name? Cubby? What kind of a name is Cubby for a demon anyway?" And Mom and Dad were both like, "What did that just say?" So that's weird.
Very
Scary and creepy. Okay, spooky story number 7. This was a story that happened to me. One night, you know this story, yeah. One night, I was in my bed, and I was reading a book, and it was late at night. And then, I thought I heard a noise coming out of the bedroom. And then my cat looked towards the door and started going, "Arr." Not like a dog. That kind of sounds like a dog.
I know, like a dog growl.
Fangs. He's like, "Arr." Cats do growl. Anyways, he was growling, and I was like, that's freaking me out. All of a sudden, I heard the sound of my dad, like, clearing his throat, like, and you know how when you're, like, used to something, like, you know it, you know? And I was like, oh, it's just my dad. And I opened my bedroom door, like completely not freaked out at all anymore. And my dad was not there. It was just pitch blackness and no one there. And I was like, and I closed the door and I was like, my heart was going so fast because that's really scary.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I totally, like, knew it was my dad, and then it wasn't. And then when I closed the door, I heard the sound of footsteps, like, run away from my door into the living room. I, like, was scared that there was like someone or something like in the house. Well, I should have just probably stayed in my room, but like I just like ran to the living room and turned on the light, and then it sounded like the footsteps like went like it kept just sounding like there were footsteps like just right ahead of me. So then I was like really scared, and I just like wanted all the lights on, so like I ran to the kitchen next and like turned on the light, and then like the footsteps like went into the laundry room. It was when you get caught up in the moment and you're just like in a panic. Basically I was panicking.
Yes.
Bonus, we should tell our story about at the haunted house.
Oh my gosh, yes, we should.
Like I was just panicking, so I was just like running, turn on the light, turn on the light, and then I like stopped myself and was like, no, stop, like this is just something weird and freaky. Like it was just like a evil spirit or something like messing with me.
Creepy. That was in my house.
Yeah.
So now every
Which,
time I
by
hear
the
anything,
way, one time my dad had to go under the house to like do some work or something, and he found there was a what's that called? Yes, but like
cardboard.
Not cardboard, but like wood, I guess, but like flat wood. Yeah. What is that?
I don't know.
We're girly girls. You know, like flat sheets of wood. It was like that. And he was like, what is this? And he moved it aside, and it's a well under the house. That's just creepy. Bonus scary story. Well, it's not scary. But it's our experience at the haunted house. Let's say, like, what is, like, the scariest thing?
At a haunted house?
Yeah.
At the same time?
1, 2, 3. Chainsaws. Yeah, even not at a haunted house. That's just scary to me. It's a different house we hadn't been to before, and I was like, what if this one's really scary? Because the other one I got used to. And I was like, I think it'll be okay as long as there's like not chainsaw. And they're never close to you with a chainsaw.
Yeah,
I don't know why I said
like,
that. I've only been to one haunted house before.
Yeah, that's just true. But I guess we just assumed that they
wouldn't do that. They wouldn't torture you like that.
And then Tiffany was like, yeah, but like the last one, she was like, they're never close to you. And I was like, that's true. She was like, you're never in like the hallway where you have to like walk past them. I was like, yeah, that's true.
And then we were walking. And this guy burst out with a chainsaw right there and like came at us like this, and we screamed and backed up, and oh my gosh, it was like the scariest thing of my life, because I was like, it'll be okay as long as they're not a chainsaw. And there was. It was like when you see a jacket in the dark and you're like, oh, thank God it's just a jacket in the dark, but you're like, wow, can you imagine if it wasn't a jacket in the dark, how scared I'd be? That's how it was. I was like, it's my worst nightmare come to life, and he was walking towards us.
Yeah, he was right in front of us, and there was literally no way you could move around him. Like, you have to go towards him to get by.
Yeah, and we weren't doing that.
And then Eric left us.
Because he didn't know.
Yeah, we just like...
We screamed, and we ran, like we went the other way, and then we just stood there like this. We were like, ah! And then the chainsaw guy was like, oh, I guess they're not going to run towards me. And stepped back, and we were like,
we ran by. And then it spooked her.
I was in a panic after that.
And then I don't even know what it was. None of us can remember what part.
Okay, I think it was a room that had Bloody Mary written all over the walls. I think that's what it was. I came in, and I'm like, I really don't like chainsaws, and I really don't like Bloody Mary. I just don't like anything scary.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm not even playing. If I were with someone and they were like, let's do this, I would slap them and be like, no. If they're like, blood, I'd be like, no, I'm not playing around like that. And I went in the room, and it had Bloody Mary written all over the walls, and I was like, what did I say?
You were like, oh, no, go.
I said, come on.
Oh, my God.
And I ran, and she didn't come on. She was too slow, so I
didn't
left
hear you
her.
say come on. I just heard you go, oh no. You might have said come on, and then you were like,
no, come on.
Yeah, and then she just left.
And then I was running, and then I got into panic because everything was so scary. I don't remember. I was just running, and then all of a sudden, like, Eric grabbed me and stopped me, and I was thinking, like, why is he stopping me? Then I remembered, oh yeah, I think you're not supposed to run in here. But I was really scared.
That's so funny.
But Kayli, afterwards she said, Tiffany, you just ran and left me. And I said, Kayli, you pushed me into the wall to get away. There was something, I don't remember what happened. And it came out, and she went, and shoved me in the wall.
I think it was one of the real people.
Yeah.
And so I was trying to get away because I don't like when they follow you. So
she cannot complain that I ran and left her, because I did say, come on. I remember that. She just did
I never let go of you. I just pushed you into the wall.
As a sacrifice. She was like, take her. So I hope you enjoyed our spooky what was it called? Our spooky
Sleepover.
I hope you enjoyed our spooky story sleepover. So if you have any spooky stories you would like us to share in the future, like on a future video, comment and let us know.
If you made it to the end of this video, comment down below a ghost emoji and we're going to pick somebody to shout out in our next video.
Bye.